Hi everyone, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the next episode of I Saw It on Pinterest. And let me get my iPad started here. Today's pin is this adorable little, this is actually a gift bag and a tag. And it is from I'm gonna say that's piondesign.se. It's from Sweden, and it's from November 18th of 2012. And there you can see the logo, Pion Design, vintage papers made in Sweden. And she had made this adorable little gift bag. Whoops. There we go. With this tag on it with a vintage image. So I am going to do something similar to this, but I am going to actually make it something that you can use in a journal. So this is how we are going to get started. I have this little paper bag here. It's just a brown paper bag. And I've cut a piece of cardstock to go on the inside to be like a journal card. It's not decorated or anything. It's just a piece of scrapbook paper that's Christmas. And I have rounded the edges. And so we will decorate that and make that a journal card to go inside. And then for my outside pieces, I'm going to use this scrapbook paper, which is from Graphic 45, and it's from the Christmas Carol paper. And I think this is a couple of years old, and it's just a scrap piece that I had. But I liked the color of it to go with the vintage piece that I'm going to use. And then the little banner piece is another piece of scrap that I had. And I just cut it to be shaped like a banner. And then I cut this die cut piece. And I embossed it first. And then, cut this little frame shape out of it. And then this is my vintage image. And this is from one of my vintage sugar advertising cards, and it had this cute little vintage picture of these three children that are ice skating in the snow. So that's going to be our top piece, like that. And then I've got some bits and bobbles that we're going to put on, but this is going to be the start. So the first thing that I'm going to do is ink all of my pieces and get those ready to put down. And I'm going to use Vintage Photo. I do want some color on it, but I don't want it to be, too grungy. I want it to have more of a vintage look, but not a grungy look per se. And let's do around the bag a little bit. And you could use this for a gift as well, even though I'm using this flat bag instead of, like I'm sure hers is a gusseted bag that she can put something down in. But you could really use this and put like a gift card down in it or something like that. If you wanted to do that, it would work really well. My idea is for it to be, in a journal or even on the cover of the journal, because it is going to have some dimension to it when we're done. And I went around the edges of this with my paper trimmer that has the different blades on it that you can exchange. And I did the perforated one just to kind of give it, that little line there around the edge of it. Okay, so this is going to go here. So let's get these two glued down. And I didn't even say, I said hi, but I hope everybody is doing well today. I'm going to use art glitter, I think, because that bag's a little slick. And it feels like it could have like a little bit of a waxy coating on it. So I'm going to use this just to be sure. I'm sure a glue stick would work fine. And I trimmed this so it'd have a little bit of the bag showing. And you don't, of course, have to do that. And you could use, you know, any color bag, or you don't have to use the bag at all. I mean, you could do this on cardstock or whatever you wanted to. Okay, and then for this, I'm going to use the art glitter as well. Just going to center that the best I can here. And I didn't really measure anything. I just kind of eyeballed, you know, my proportions for what I thought would look good. So, I don't really have any measurements to give you. Get some glue on this part. And I don't know what embossing folder this is. I bought my Big Shot off eBay. And it came with a bunch of embossing folders, and this is one that was with it. It's just like a scrolly pattern, but I don't know what brand or anything like that it is. And the die cut is a set, it is a Sizzix set that has several different sizes in the same shape, so you can cut frames or pieces out. And like I said, this card is one of my vintage sugar. Looks like it's advertising sugar. Put that down. I'm going to lift it up so I can make sure I'm even. Okay. All right. So there is all of that down. Now we're going to start the fun stuff. This picture has this little flower bunch down at the bottom with some flowers and some leaves and some little baubles and things like that. And I don't know what kind of flowers theirs are, hers are, but what I did is I took some of the little Tim Holtz flowers that are white. They come in a little bunches of white flowers, and I have lost part of them. There we go. And I sprayed them with broken glass spray oxide in water, and then dried them with my heat tool. And that's how I got this blue color. They dye really well with you can either take the oxide pads and, you know, rub them on the glass mat and spray them with water and dip it in there. Or if you have the spray oxides, you can spray them and then spray them with water and dry them. So that's what I did for that. And then for the white leaves, I have these. They come like this. And I think I got these at Joann's, like in the really cheapy flower part. But they're made out of paper. And so, they have them in all different colors depending on what season it is. And so I always try to pick up a couple of, they come in a bunch of, there's probably 4 or 5, you know, like this in a bunch. And I try to pick them up in different colors when I'm on sale, when they're on sale, because they are paper. And so they work really well in journals because you can manipulate them and, you know, make them pretty flat. And so that's what I'm going to use for the leaves, even though that's supposed to be a flower. And so I'm just going to smush them a little bit and make them look like leaves. You can cut them off or, you know, do whatever you need to do so that you don't have so much bulk. And then I will put, you know, some of these here like this, kind of like that. Just kind of deciding. And then I have some sari silk here in kind of an off-white color. And I'm going to tie a little bow. To go down at the bottom. Something like that. And then they have these little glittery, like little baubles. And I'm going to use bells. Just some little silver bells. So that's going to be our bottom part. And then they have, I don't know how well you can see in this picture. Oops. I keep hitting the wrong thing here. They have these little, like, crystal-y looking things on a, it looks like on a wire. And I don't have anything like that, but I do have these little blingy things. And so I thought we could put some of these little blingy things on the sides. So let's get like the ribbon and everything down first. And then we'll decide how we want to do the other things. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to cut this off. My scissors are all tangled up in the string of the sari silk. About right there, I think. Might even make that a little smaller. All right, so I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac for all of this. And I've got a little piece of lace here too, and I think I'm gonna put a couple pieces of it in there. well. Maybe not that big. I just want some little pieces in there. Okay. Now let's decide where we want. I think I'm going to pull these off of here and put them on individually so that I can place them where I want them. Okay. And put my pen in my art glitter glue before it decides it's going to clog up. All right. Okay, so let's get our leaves where we want them. Or at least the first part of them. We may go back and stick some more in once we get everything down. Now, hers has some little, looks like little miniature rosebuds in there too. And I have seen those at Joann's as well. I don't have any right now, and I'm trying to do these projects, you know, with things I already have. So, all right, now let's stick our flowers down. Now, when you cut these apart, I do leave those little stem pieces a little long, because if you cut them too short, your flowers will fall apart because, or, you know, the stem will come out the middle, the center. So I do leave them, you know, just a little long, and then you can bend them up out of the way. All right, now let's put our bells down. kind of where we want them. Oops. Sticking to my finger instead of to the card. I tell you, you start getting this Fabri-Tac on your fingers and everything sticks to your fingers. And this would be quicker if you used a glue gun, of course. And then you can kind of start manipulating things around and make sure you got them everything where you want it, because since you did use the Fabri-Tac, it's not going to be immediately stuck. Actually, I'm going to use art glitter. I'm just going to glue down the little ends of those leaves now that I know that's where they're going to be. I almost think I want one more flower, even though that goes against my 3 thing. See how this does with art glitter glue. Whoops. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, for the bling, I think I'm going to take a few of these and kind of go up each side. These are a sticker, and I just cut them apart for however I want them to look. So if I pull this off, I can kind of make it go up this side like that. And then pull this one off and make it go up the other side. Like that. All right, now we need to work on the top, and at the top, she has done, you know, so that the bag can be tied up, she has done a hole through the front and the back. And then, you know, made it so you can tie a bow. We obviously don't want to do a hole through the front and the back, or our journal card won't go in. But we can do a hole through, let me get these little pieces out of the way. We can do a hole through the front, 2 holes through the front, so that we can tie a bow. So let's do that. I have the hardest time putting the pin in this glue. Okay. So let's do a hole about right here and about right here. If I can get this down in there. I may not be able to get that down in there. Yeah, I can. Alright, so if I do one there, it's just going to punch through. I may have to use my, yeah. Start saying I may have to use my crocodile for that. One there. And then I'm going to run this through both of the holes. Like that. And then I'm going to do one of my cheater bows. Where's my other piece of sari silk? Sorry guys, I don't know what I did with it. I may have knocked it on the floor. Oh no, I just didn't take it out. I mean, I put it back in my little pouch. Okay. And all I do to do my cheater bows for these tags and stuff, I have a string, you can't see, but I have a string that is stuck to my finger because I've glued. There we go. Okay. Is I just go back and forth like this, make my loops for however long my sari silk is, and then I take the piece that I put through and I tie around it. And there you go. That makes a cute little bow. It's all nice and fluffy. Turn it this way maybe. And you can trim off any little excess pieces. I don't know my vocabulary today. Like that. And then for a finishing touch, I have this little snowflake that I'm gonna pin on there, where they have this little, I think this is actually a bell on theirs. Right there. But since we use the bells down here, we'll use this little snowflake up here. Just pin it through where I tied the knot. Hopefully. I'll trim this just a little shorter. And I'll save these little pieces because I'll put them, you know, in like little, you know, those things, those, oh my goodness. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my goodness, I can't even think of it right now. Oh well, it'll come to me at some point. Alright, so now I am inking around the journal card, and we'll decide what we're going to put on here for decoration. Clusters, that's the word I'm looking for. I want this side to be the front. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so now let's look and see what we can put on here. I've got all my Christmas stuff sitting over here to the right. Let's look in the book first. Oops, I don't like that color. Alright, let's find our main focal first. I just printed some more of these definitions. See what's in here. You see I have a whole bag of little different little bells to use. This is out of that same paper set. Let me see what this looks like cut out. I like that. So what else are we gonna do? I wish that I had some little red berries. I'd like to put just a touch of red there. Need some kind of a focal point. Okay, I like that. Doesn't really go with my vintage children too much, but I do like that one. Well, this has got kitty cat. Alright, what else do we have? Okay, here's some more. Oh, she might be cute. I might do just her. I like her on there. And it says, wishing you many happy returns of the day. This is actually a birthday greetings. But it's obviously somebody that has a winter birthday. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. And then I might take a little piece of that lace that I used that you can't really see and put it on the top. Okay. That and maybe one of those little scraps I had from that. And maybe a piece of brown paper, since we were using the paper bag. Get a piece of the deli paper out of my scrap bin. Crumple it up a little bit. Let's see if we can get a staple through there. Okay. And then we can take maybe this last little flower. Do we need that? No, I don't think we do. I think I like it like that. And then that's obviously light enough to write on the back of. I'm going to grunge up, not grunge, finish up this just a tad. Ooh, need that. And then we can put this down in here. And there we go. Now, options. Like I said, you could put this in a journal, just like this, and obviously it's going to have bulk, but as long as you allow for it from the beginning, I think you're okay. You could also make it a journal topper, which is probably what I will do with it. And in that case, I think what I would do is take a piece of this and put behind it like that. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just do it. Cut this a little straighter, even though I'm going to fray it anyway. Cut it about here. And then, what do we want to put this on? Do we want to put it on scrapbook paper? Do we want to put it on I think what I would want to do is put it on scrapbook paper. I still would like a little bit of red. I'm looking at these stickers. These are Simple Stories. It's a sticker book. Just wondering, could I take just the berries? Put them in there. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't have any red bling in here, but I thought I had some of these little ones like this in red. That might be an option. I'll have to think about that because I do feel like that I want a little bit of red. These are like old little stickers that you used to put on packages. No, that's just too much. I don't want that much. I just want... Okay, back to what we were doing before I totally obsess over that. I could do it this way. How wide is this? This is that same paper set. This would be 4 3/4 by 8. So that's pretty good size. If you're making a journal that's like, you know, 8.5 by 11 folded in half, because you'd have 8.5 by 5.5. This is, actually, this is about 5 by 8. So we can make this 5 by 7. And it'd be just about right. If I do 5 by 7, 5 by 7, yeah. Get some of this other stuff out of the way. I've got that upside down. No wonder it wouldn't work. My goodness. Alright, so let's 5 by 7 for that piece. I think that's going to give me the red that I feel like I need. Alright, and then this won't need to be quite this wide. Or we may not need that at all. Actually, I don't think I'm going to use it at all. Nope, I'm not. I'm so decisive, aren't I? And then what I'd like to do, though, is bring the brown paper from the bag into the next piece. Let me grab a piece real quick. Okay, this is just belly paper. It's 12 by 12, and you get 100 pieces. And I got it on Amazon. But it's just like, you know, paper that you get to wrap sandwiches in or whatever. And it's the natural, you know, it's not white. And let's do this like, see, I got 5 by 7, so let's do this like 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. I want it to just stick out just a tad. And I'm gonna tear it. So let me get a torn edge here, and then we'll go from there. If I can get it, it's really slick, so I'm gonna try to tear it. Okay, and then let's do, whoops, just so we have just a tad, and I'm going to move it up. So tear it about right here. See, that was good, wasn't it? Okay, and then we'll do the same thing, top and bottom. Let me get a torn edge to start off with. And I'll keep these little scraps for same thing, making little clusters or to put in a collage or whatever. They'll go over in my little scrap boxes. Okay. All right, so let's ink around this. Ink around this the best that you can. Kind of crinkle it up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll glue this on here. I better use this. Just because that deli paper also kind of has, you know, that kind of waxy feeling to it. Get it smushed down good. And then I'm gonna kind of crinkle this up. I got glue right there. Where's my glue thing? Okay, and then this will go here. And there you have it. We have a cute little, I don't like how white those little center things are, so I'm gonna kind of finish those up a little bit. So now we have a journal topper. So if you wanted to put that on top of a journal, and you could create more layers to it if you wanted to, even above and beyond what we did. I'll grab this book cover right here, which would be a great journal cover for this because of the color. And it would sit just like that. How cute is that? I like it. And then we have our little journal card inside with our little vintage girl on there. I like it. All right, so that's our I Saw It on Pinterest episode for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys will check out Pinterest and see what you can create. And let me know if you're liking this series or not. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to continue into next year. I do not think I'm going to do Marguerite Miller next year. I've done it for 2 years now, and so I'd like to try something new. I love Marguerite Miller's challenge. I love to make collages, but I have been doing it for 2 years now, and so I think I want to do something different. So if there's something you'd like to see, or something, you know, that you're interested in me doing on a weekly basis, please let me know. And, you know, I'll consider all your suggestions. You know, do you want to see ephemera for journals? Do you want to see, you know, more projects like this where it's covers for journals? Any of you who follow my channel or, you know, have looked in my shop, I prefer to do ephemera for journals. I love to make tags, and I love to make journal toppers and that kind of thing. So if you'd like to see more of that, you know, let me know. Do you want to see 52 weeks of tags? Do you want to see 52 weeks of different kinds of pockets and tucks? You know, just leave me a comment and let me know, and we'll come up with something to do next year that is fun for everybody. So until the weekend, I hope everybody continues to have a great week, and I will see you back this weekend. Bye.